Almost everybody I work with who's within a few years of my age bikes to work if they live within a few miles.
The bike industry is very competitive. There are some really big companies that are very dominant. They have a lot of control. So starting a business obviously has a ton of risk. And I think that the reason entrepreneurs started is that they have a vision that they want to see succeed. And you sort of get focused on just the success of that vision. If you're afraid of losing some money, you're not going to be an entrepreneur.
Detroit Bikes makes urban bikes. For people in cities who don't want the expense and hassle of owning a car.
Bikes are just a really great way to get around. They're very efficient, they're very affordable, they take up very little space, they're environmentally friendly. It's a great piece of machinery, and it has been for the last 200 years.
To start Detroit Bikes, Zak Pashak took a great deal of personal risk. He knew nothing about bike manufacturing. His first business was creating concert venues in Canada, 1,900 miles away.
I had done a lot of kind of big things in Canada, and I think people were ready to see what I was going to do next. So to a lot of people, it wasn't a huge surprise. Certainly to people who maybe weren't fans of mine, that was one more thing to kind of question.
Pashak then chose to start his business in Detroit, a city slowly emerging from bankruptcy. Where others see risk, Pashak sees silver lining.
The best thing about opening the business in Detroit, and the reason it's called Detroit Bikes, is because the people who live here are the people making this company. People show up, they're ready to work, they're excited about what they're doing, they care about it, and they care about manufacturing.
Even if they're worried about the stability of their new jobs, and their name happens to be Henry Ford.
Well, that's always a concern with a new business. But I think it helps with the resurgence of the city of Detroit by means of bringing manufacturing back.
Pashak is also taking a risk with a competitive industry. Bicycles are an assembly of parts from all over the world. To stand out, Detroit Bikes aims to be the American bike because its main part, the frame, is made at the Detroit factory. It's more expensive than bikes at mass retailers, but less than an ultralight road bike that might be unnecessary in a city.
So what we're trying to do is find that intersection of quality and affordability. So not ever going too far on quality where we lose out on affordability, but not going so far on affordability that the quality falls apart.
Sales have been slow but steady.
So I had thought that the bike world was like desperate for a US-made option. I thought this was going to blow up. The minute these bikes were on the market for the price point we hit, I thought bike stores would be calling us like crazy, and it didn't happen that way.
Detroit Bikes listened to the market, offering more gears and colors. Pashak says the city can help by lowering taxes instead of tax credits or subsidies.
To me, it's a little weird that you would tax business, take that money, and then redistribute it to certain businesses. If you're gonna give subsidies to business for some reason and you have a reason to do it, then I would say keep it even, or maybe don't take that money in the first place.
Assuming risk alone has helped Detroit Bikes find new opportunities. The company is now assembling bicycles for the bike share market, exploding in many cities. The company is also developing its branding. Its retail store in downtown Detroit feels like a tourist destination. While the store has its regular customers, not all newcomers are ready to give up their cars, at least in Detroit. As for Detroit Bikes,
It's a couple hundred above my price range, but I would still, I'd consider it since they're local.
Detroit Bikes is willing to wait because without risk, there is no reward.
The journey is really the enjoyable thing. The reason I start businesses is because, as tiring as this can be some days, this is what I want to do. I enjoy the creativity of this. I enjoy that there's 50 people with jobs, in this neighborhood now. I enjoy seeing truckloads of bikes leave Detroit.